Hey, sorry I might not talk much. I'm feeling really depressed today. Shadow was not out there again today. I think she did. I think she did pass away. Seems like she did. It's not like her to not be out there. Did you end up buying Xenoverse? Well, I'm probably not gonna talk very much. I'm on, like, the brink of crying, because I went out for lunch earlier and there's still no Shadow. She hasn't been seen. It's not like her to miss... Not like her to miss, food. So, I think she's dead. I haven't seen my human friends here in like over 6 months. I've pretty much just been completely alone, besides my aunt and my neighbor. So losing the cats is hard, since I can trust them and I can't trust people. Because people always hurt me. Can't trust people anymore. It doesn't matter how nice they are. I know they can just throw me away at a moment's notice. Toss me out like the garbage I am. Thrown away a lot. A lot of people have thrown me away. Treated me like shit. Trust new people. I can't trust new people because they've left too. Everyone's left. All I can trust is the cats. Yeah, because I can trust cats. I can't trust people. They say stuff like they're not gonna leave and that they love me and stuff, and then they just throw me away. It's happened to me several times. I don't believe people when they say stuff like that. They get bored with me, or they think I'm crazy, which I am, and they just toss me aside. That's why I barely talk to anyone anymore. They don't even remember I exist or care. They're the ones that banished me here in the first place. Shadow was like the only friend I had when I moved here. And now she's gone too. Sure as hell can't trust people anymore. Fake fucking people. to say a lot of things that they support you, and then when you actually need support, they're nowhere to be found. They just leave. Because they're happy and normal. They have families and good jobs and money. And they actually get to do things. And I don't have any of those things. Fuck them. They don't even remember I exist or care. Lives are better without me in them anyway. I'm just a burden. This channel is just doing worse and worse. I didn't even feel like celebrating the anniversary. It's like, I've failed. I haven't accomplished anything. I'm a failure at everything. That's why everybody throws me away, because I'm just not good to be around. That's why everyone's thrown me away. Leave me to rot in Bakersfield. No friends and nowhere to go. They don't. They fucking say that and then they leave. I'm tired of hearing that. They leave. They've all left. They don't even talk to me anymore. That's why no one watches this channel, because I'm crazy. Basket case. I'm a mess. There's normal people to watch. Go watch them instead. I'm a mess that's failed. Life's work is a failure. Like, no one talks to me anymore. I haven't seen anybody in months. All alone. Except for the cats and my neighbor, that's it. Everyone else is gone. They're all gone. Everyone's gone. Even the cats are dying.
仕事しすぎも考えもんだね。
Everyone's dying or leaving, or they just throw me away. I can't trust anyone anymore. Doesn't matter how nice people are, I'm always thinking about how they're gonna hurt me.
仕事しすぎも考えもんだね。
How they're gonna hurt me and say things about me that aren't true and turn people against me. I don't even know why I'm still alive.
何か聞きたいことまた来るのじゃぞ。
No, they'll leave too. Everyone leaves. I can't even trust people I knew for 15 years. How am I supposed to trust anyone else? Like almost half my life they were there. They just fucking threw me away too. I can't trust anyone. They tossed me away like garbage. So many people have. I'm not good to be around. I'm not good enough. That's why they tossed me away. Put me in the mental hospital again. I know you're trying to help, I'm just feeling like garbage. I'm supposed to do stuff for my anniversary, it just seems like no one cares. No one cares. Because I failed. I failed as a content creator. I failed at taking care of the cats. I failed at everything. I've accomplished nothing my whole life. 18 years of this and it just does so bad. I just want to just delete it all. I just want to just delete it all and stop trying. I'm tired of working so hard with nothing. I hate this fucking website so much. Why isn't there something better? Nothing better than this piece of shit site. I work hard on this every day. I just get nowhere. I failed at everything. I deserve to fail. I deserve my failure. I miss having friends. Going places. I just don't get to do that anymore. I don't get to do anything. Always needed a neighbor's house. It's hard to even get a day off and there's nowhere to fucking go here. This town has had nothing in it. I don't get a break. I never get to do anything except run this garbage channel that just does worse and worse every day. It just does worse and worse. No, there aren't people who want to be there. They say that and then they leave. So no one wants to talk to crazy people. They only want normal people that actually make money and have actually fucking accomplished anything. I haven't done any of those things. I've failed at everything my entire life. The thing I put the most effort into, and it's look at how bad it does. How would you want to talk to a failure like me? Just normal people to talk to. Don't have all this fucking trauma. Go talk to them instead. Talk to them instead. They're normal. Someone wants freaks like me. I've been thrown away so many times I can't even count. People say nice things about me and then they fucking leave. Don't think about how it's gonna screw me up even more. They don't care. So they have normal people to talk to and aren't such downers all the time. It's all it's ever wanted. No one fucking cares about you if you're mentally ill. They pretend to care and they just fuck off.
お腹空いてきちゃった。狩りでも行くとするかな。眠っ。仕事しすぎも考えもんだね。
Alright, I feel okay enough to talk on the mic again. I was just realizing how escalated I was getting. I had to stop talking. I obviously don't feel any better because it's not problems that I can fix. It's all out of my control, but like I can talk for a while. If I start feeling like that again, I'm gonna turn off the mic. Full disclosure. I kind of needed to just focus on the game for a bit and not get upset. No, it's harder when it's things that are out of your control, like how garbage this stupid website is and everything. But you gotta have to just try and stay calm. I haven't gotten that upset in a while. I'm just very frustrated. Frustrated with a lot of things. I feel like I have no control over any of it. It's just demoralizing.
本拠だけあって敵兵も精鋭揃いでな。総大将聴覚とやらの掲げる理想を信じて最後の一兵まで捨て身の戦いを挑む。
I don't even know why anyone is still watching. Aren't there better streams on right now?
そうそう殿と共に
Aren't there better streams on to watch? Like no commentary or anything, it's just gameplay.
戦術に窮していたところ
Surprised anyone was still even watching. I don't really look at my viewer count anymore, but apparently people are watching. I'm too messed up to even be on the mic. So I just tell I was getting very, very heightened, escalated.
その面構えを見る限り相当な視線をくぐり抜けてきたよう
I
だ
didn't want to talk and scare people away even more.
頼もしい限りよ
And all I'm really doing is just, these are things that everyone deals with. Just a lot of people don't have the balls to actually talk about how much it frustrates them.
かなりの激戦になったようだ
No, it's good that I can get it out.
処分となればもう
You feel a little bit better getting it out, to be honest with you. I don't really care if it scared anyone away. I don't really need people like that around here anyway. You know, don't kick people down when they're already in their time of need.
勝機は今畳みかけよ王金のせいでこの国は乱れきってしまった戦場には悪鬼のごとき妖魔がはびこり民衆の惨状は見るに耐えん
I This person's pretty much got a free exploration here. I'm just killing everything. But yeah, this is like the beginning. It's the beginning of the game. That's why. Somebody just bought this game, apparently. It says recommended level 17. The whole thing's clear, man. Exterminator came through. The thing I really like about these games is when you help newbies, or just help people in general, it gives you equivalent drops. It gives you equivalent drops, even though they get worse stuff. Encourages people to help, not be toxic. Neo community was like nowhere near as toxic as FromSoft communities. Very nice people.
いや、わし以上かもしれぬ。先々を見抜くようなあの戦術眼や人材の活用。あの男を敵に回したらと考えると恐ろしくなるほどだ。
I don't know where this guy is. I mean, they kind of cleared it out for you. Where is he? I'm sure the whole place is wiped clean. Already at max morale. They're going around and getting the flags. I get better drops than he can because I'm farther in the game. Encourages people to help. I'm sorry I got frustrated. I had to get it out. Been feeling like this since the 18th anniversary a couple days ago. Just feeling like I haven't accomplished anything and there's nothing to celebrate. I feel behind my peers. That's why I went on Facebook for the first time in weeks. I'm like, yeah, the fear of missing out. The site just makes me really depressed, and I told a couple people that still care that I exist that, yeah, I'm just not gonna be on here much anymore. It just makes me really depressed to be on there. I see all the cool things they're doing, and I basically don't get to do any of those things because I don't have money. I don't have anywhere to go. Really don't have a large circle of friends anymore. I just got tired of going on that site. I noticed it was really bad for my mental health, so I stopped going on there entirely. Especially when it's people I used to be like really close to. Pretty much don't even care that I exist anymore. They've all drifted away. Became normies, or they just don't care about me anymore. It's just exhausting to be on there. I got sick of it. But thing I care about on that site now is the settlement they're supposed to give us because of their breach of privacy or whatever. Where the hell is that? I could use that right now. I need to hurry up and do that. I mean, it's anything that helps the public. They take fucking forever to do it. I filed the settlement claim for it. I'm still waiting for it. I wish it would come right now. Yeah, I don't want to be on that site anymore. It makes me really depressed.
慎重に進め死にたくなければな
People that are long gone. They're not part of my circle anymore. It's depressing. There you go, all cleared out. We're all cleared out.
その品に見合う将となれ
Where is this guy? I mean, there's nothing left to do. Everything's dead. Endgame character versus the beginning of the game. It's gonna be a curb stomp. Yeah, there you go. It's all cleared out. I don't know, there's some good to come out of it, but the longer you're on there, the more it's like, I don't have anything in common with these people anymore. like nothing in common with them at all. Yeah, I'd rather just try to pretend they don't exist, try to forget about them. They clearly have for me. I talked to my grandma on there, a couple people. The friends list like 100 people, and I talked to maybe like 10 of them, if even that.
奴
Two
ら
of which are my grandma and my mom.
おおもう
It's
こ
like,
こ
yeah.
までよ 何か仕掛けてくるぞ 一気に叩き潰せ お見事わしも遅れは取れんな
Nice break from all getting pissed off. Chill run. GG's. Hey, you're welcome. Yeah, it does. I think I'm gonna switch games though. I think I'm gonna play something else. Switch it up. Put like a good 60 hours into this the past 2 weeks. Fortunately, it didn't really give me anything I needed, but I really like how they make it worthwhile to help people. Generally, one of the things that kills online communities is when you help people and you get nothing for it. But this game and Nioh 2 actually give you level appropriate loot, even though you're doing like easier content, because it helps the community. I really like that they do that. So helping people, it's not much, but it's something. Generally, there's people always queuing up. Let me see where I was in 1,000 Mile. Guess I can try to max out my dual blades. If I feel like I'm getting friction, I'm gonna go ahead and stop. I'm not in the best state today, obviously. It's not already apparent. I'm not feeling very good right now. The thing about Facebook is your mind, your brain knows that it's like, hey, you know, these people are only posting, they're posting the good parts, right? Most people don't have the balls to post, you know, go off how I did earlier. I was very upset and angry, just state of things I have no control over. Most people are afraid to do that. They only show you the good parts. But it doesn't matter because your brain subconsciously says, like, I'm missing out, or I'm behind these people, or they're so happy. Yeah. Most of them are probably hot messes too. They're just better at hiding it than people like I am. People like me am. I still talk to a couple people on there. It's just I realized it was doing a number on my mental health. Sometimes you gotta take control of what little you can control. You know, I can control going on there. I can't control the things that my neighbors need to do to feel better and their over-reliance on them. I can't control those things. But like, hey, you know, going on Facebook most of the time really dampens my mood. So I talk to a couple people and I just go off. I know if I saw some of those people in person again, they would be nice. It's not like I've done anything to hurt them. It's just they're in different chapters of their lives. I could be doing worse. I could be dealing with things worse than I do. I think that's an important thing to remember as well. Lots of people are hiding that they have like drug addictions and stuff. Like severely alcoholic, or their relationship, despite how they show it on social media, is like crumbling at an alarming pace. They don't show that stuff. Your mind doesn't remember those things. Your mind remembers they look like they're having fun. You know, all you're doing is working or whatever. Once I realized that, I felt a little bit better. That feeling's always going to be there, but at least you can mitigate it a little bit. In fact, I know somebody. He actually did have a... He was exactly that. He was, like, engaged to be married to somebody, and then... I don't exactly know what happened, but that fell apart real quick. He posted about that. He hadn't said anything. I would have never known. It wasn't really... wasn't really apparent. Hey, their relationship is falling apart. Barely functional. They get beat down. Who's next? Yeah, he kind of just posted one day that he was, like, divorced or no, it didn't get that far. He didn't get married, but he was very close. He's like, oh, well, that's all called off now. I'm like, well, I didn't really get that impression. You gotta remember that on social media, and if you're seeing people that make you feel that way, even if they're friends, you still talk to them. It's okay to hide their posts. Mind and your brain are two different things, especially with social media. You know that their lives aren't perfect, but people are very selective with what they post most of the time. There aren't a lot of people like me that just like, hey, I feel like shit right now, and I'm barely hanging on. A lot of people are really scared to show how they actually feel. So you're gonna get a lot of selective posts. You're fucking miserable too. Maybe in a different way. Maybe they are doing better than you, but not what the social media says. It's always interesting when a celebrity snaps and it's like, wow, they have so much money. I'm like, yeah, that's probably why. It's probably why they're so miserable. All the child stars that have millions, but they're miserable because they were taken advantage of by adults. They signed shit away that they didn't even know. Didn't even know what they were doing because they were children. It's not normal for children to have to sign contracts. But all those child stars got taken advantage of by that. There's plenty of them that have been... A lot of the adults were taking money out of their accounts for like decades. They don't find out until later. That's why they're miserable. I actually watched a story about that recently, like some child star, I don't remember who it was, but basically that's exactly what happened. Making like a 6-year-old sign contracts, basically agreeing that they can snatch money out of their account forever. This is pretty much what it was. She didn't know until she was well into adulthood. Motherfucker, he can do it twice. Actually, I've not fought him that much. I've only fought him like twice. That wasn't too bad. There's a lot of bosses in a row. Gotta fight Zhang Liao again. I'm not looking forward to that. He's a pretty obnoxious boss. He has hyper armor and a lot of AoE. He's kind of obnoxious to fight. Let's take a break from bosses. Poster snapshots. Yeah, most people have this innate fear of actually telling people how they feel. My take on it is, if they throw you away for being human and being open about what's troubling you, then they're not fucking worth your time. Period. You shouldn't be so afraid of doing it. Anybody that gives you shit when you're already... life's already kicking you, you know, they're not worth being around. There's definitely some people that aren't part of my life anymore that did exactly that, and I miss them, but... it's a good thing that they're gone. Mine might not think so, but one of those tough troops. You don't kick people when they're down, especially if they're supposed to be your friends, but some people forget that. It sucks that it causes so much trauma. That's why I've got all this trauma trusting people, but it's a learning experience for sure. To take the morale points. Alright, who's it gonna be? Which boss? Am I gonna regret my decision? Nope, I won't regret my decision. He gets rushed down pretty hard. Just gotta be ready when he casts something to deflect. That went pretty smooth. Take that. Oh man, this 91 to 100 is killer. Go down here. Starts with the boss. Starts with a triple boss, single boss, 3 battlefields. So you get a lot of points here. Pretty much take the whole bottom path. Yeah, it's pretty rough. It's very rough. That's a bad seed. And I already beat it. This is my second run through, so I don't really care. Next major update's not till the end of the year. I definitely might start another game soon, though. Don't get too burnt out on this. Alright, who's next? bodied! Damn. That was a good fight. Good fight. This game could be frustrating. It's very satisfying when you start playing well. Amplified damage dealt. Yeah, that's kind of the obvious choice here. It helps having burst damage, because you only have to win a couple interactions. That's what damage mostly does in this game. It's mostly... you have to win a lot less interactions. And you do less damage in this game, that's way more interactions you actually have to respect. When you can kind of just ignore a lot of it. If you got your combos right, you got your martial arts set up right, you can burst them down real quick. Love me some burst damage. Pretty much always a glass cannon in video games, most of the time. That's what I was in Neo 2. Couldn't take any punishment, but I could just combo shit to death before they could move. It was fun. I wish that game was at 90 gigs. I would probably play it again with the mods. The game is double the size of this game. No, she's one of the easier bosses. She has like no health. It's very easy to burst down, even first playthrough. I think I beat her first try. Of course it's you. Of course it's you. It's always you. Not gonna do it again? There he goes. Got a spell, nice. Alright, depends on who's next. Which boss. There we go. GG's. GG's. That was pretty smooth. Yeah, pretty much the only option here is to go down and fix the morale deficit. That's the only option. There is no other option. This one's got the illusion of choice. You get a good, like, probably 10 to 12, probably like a dozen morale levels just by going down to the bottom. You kind of have to take that one. I'm gonna take the experience up. You got enough hooves for couple revives, so hopefully it's not gonna give me a boss I'm not good at fighting. Yeah, this is the last 10 floors before it resets. Let's see. I have no idea who it's gonna be. It doesn't tell you. I don't want to use amplified damage because the morale difference is not enough. Damn it. Bad boss. I think this boss resists ice, so it's kind of a hard counter. It's a bad matchup. Alright, that sucks. Always gives me this boss at like the worst times. Hey, thank you. I know you were trying to help earlier. I appreciate you. Sorry I'm such a mess. At least I'm up front. I'm not a catfish. I don't catfish anybody. Look, I'm a mess. Love it or hate it. I'm a hot mess. You either like it or you don't. That's pretty much how it is with me. I'd rather tell people from the start instead of catfish. Nice glitch. With my stealth kill. I hate when this game does that. It's like, nah, he didn't do that properly. Gaslights you. I think that only happens with the Cestus. There's like a chance that it will just... Chance that it just won't work. You get the animation, but no payoffs. Yeah, I think I'm gonna come out of these battlefields with like maybe like 35 morale, so should really help. Best peekaboo minigame ever. Water is like really busted actually. Water is... the amount of stealth it gives you is nuts. You can basically walk like right next to them. As long as you get behind them quick enough, you can sometimes you can just kill them outright. It's incredibly strong. Might be the best for just exploration levels. I think it actually is like straight up the best. I don't know if I can sneak past this guy though. Never mind. Got him. Yeah, 34 morale already. Not bad. Already on 94. I guess we'll go ahead and try to finish this, and then I guess I'll play something else because I did start early today. I think I might have fixed Gungrave Switch version, so I might play that. That's a lot more relaxing than this is, obviously. This is relatively relaxing now that I've got an OP character, but still getting triggering at times. bitch did that while I was in animation lock. It was supposed to be in hit stun. He got out of it somehow. He used that move in the corner. They're supposed to stay in it, but he fucking cheated. Bitch. He should have stayed in the combo. Got out somehow. I don't know how the hell that happened. He's supposed to stay in it. The whole point of that move is you put a human enemy in the corner. They don't have armor. I hate when they do that move. Fuck you. Yeah, there we go. That's what's supposed to happen. I don't know why that didn't happen last time. Yeah, cheater. You're gonna get it now. Yeah, there you go. That's much better. Wrong angle. Wrong angle. That one was my fault. Gotta go over to the side a little bit, otherwise even with high water stat they'll still see you. Even when you do this, which counts as you still slow walking, but you get the speed, the forward momentum of a jump, and the speed of a jump. That's why you keep seeing me do that. It's this game doesn't have a lot of advanced tech, but that's some of the few examples of advanced tech that it has. If you run right past them, even if you have like high water, which gives you more stealth stat, they'll still see you. But for some reason, if you hold block and jump, you basically, like, the game thinks that you're still sneaking when you're not. That's why sometimes you see me wait for them to turn around. What I'm actually doing is I know that I'll have enough time to stealth kill them. This guy right here, he hasn't turned around yet. This, he just turned around. Let's just go like that. Never mind. Botched it, but he's dead anyway. It's kind of a hard angle to do it from. But yeah. This game doesn't have a lot of sweaty action game tech, but exploration has tech. It's actually very useful. Sometimes you can just kill them outright, or take off, like, a significant chunk of their health. That was clean. Nice. Well, there's mile 100 cleared. First try. Not bad. That's a good stopping point for this game tonight. GG's. GG. Hell yeah. So I wonder what's gonna happen. Are they gonna add, like... Are they gonna make it like Strangers of Paradise, so they just make it infinite? But then, like, it stops scaling past a point? That's probably what they're gonna end up doing. But yeah, that's, whole thing cleared. You can't go any farther than that. I definitely don't want to start another one right now, though. I'm gonna go ahead and level up my dual swords. Yeah, I didn't play Neo 2 with a high damage build. I played more of a combo build, but this game has a lot less going on tech-wise, so I totally don't mind. I don't mind doing a damage build. Still have to play the game. Just need less interactions. I'm actually really having a lot more fun. To each their own. You don't have to play that way if you don't want to. There's far more broken builds than what I'm using. I'm not even using the most broken thing, the turning clouds. There we go. It's, 2 maximized weapons. Pretty fruitful day, even if nothing really dropped. Got pretty shit luck on drops tonight, but still had fun. That's all that matters. Yeah, I didn't get a 7-star Zhurong piece. That's what I was hoping I was gonna get today, but nope. A lot of junk. Yeah, unless there's one secretly in here somewhere. Nah. Alright, well. Let's go ahead and switch games. I still got like, what, like 60 left? I've still got 74 left, actually, yeah. Yeah, this update made this game a lot better. I'm very, very happy. Probably start working on another weapon now. Actually, do I have one? I might just do that really quick. Because I don't have a Grace on this one. Yeah, I could just use this one. Alright. I guess we'll go do that. Yeah, that was fun. There were some rough spots for sure, but that was a pretty smooth 100-mile. I kind of want to start using the new weapon. Mix that one in a little bit. Great martial arts. Actually replace. Let me see. Where's the longsword? Yeah, this one would be the one I'd want to do it on. Oh, that looks cool. That looks sick. Got a launcher. Helmbreaker. Yeah, that one is pretty good, actually. Majin Ken. That move sucks, though. Reactive slash. I don't know if I want that one. Yeah, that one's cool. I like that one too. Might mix this one in occasionally, just for some variety. This weapon is actually really fun. No, I don't equip it immediately. It's kind of worse than what I've got right now, because it's not upgraded. Lamenting Blade. What is that? Oh yeah, that one's actually really good. I guess that'll be the next thing I work on. It's gonna be straight up worse than this, though. These are both max now, so... maybe next 100 mile I'll probably not need that. I guess I can put another piece on here and get 7 stars. That's probably the best thing to do now, huh? Actually, no, I'd have to equip this, huh? Well, that's for next time. I don't know, a lot of people are saying it's not worth doing this right now because it's all gonna get power crept. I'm like, yeah, that's true, but it takes a long time for your stuff to drop. That's the thing. If you do the grind now, it essentially means that when the new DLC comes out, you can do it right away. That's how all their action RPGs work. It's like, yeah, it's gonna get power crept, but if you don't do the grind, you don't at least get a decent build, and what's gonna happen is you're gonna get power crept hard, and you won't be able to do much. You'll just still be stuck grinding. What the hell settings did this default to? 120. Need it running at 900 FPS. Sure, when I get it in gameplay, it'll be a lot slower.
Riot's little job.
Jeez, I just go from one game that takes forever to load to another.
Oh, jeez. What took you so long? I'm thirsty. Can't you run a little faster?
He's right. Meat awaits.
There you are. Resistance rack.
Oh no, I hate attacks being on.
These obstacles?
Yeah, fuck that, man. I don't know, I put up with it for PGR, but you don't really mash buttons in that game, that's the thing. I don't want attack on that. Pass.
Jump, you say.
I say, how high can you get if I throw you in the air?
Wrong answer. Ah, we're getting close. Still got that fancy gear?
All right, time to fly.
You're going down. Feel that. Not so bad.
Experience trumps stupidity.
How's the canceling in this? Is it responsive? Not really. Alright, the dodging is better. Dodging's less stuttery.
Hey.
Deal the card.
Hang in there. We're putting an end to this soon.
Thank you. May we meet again? The people of Sherwood are dying. Help us, please.
But
Major Oak is right behind those trees.
Use the zip line to cross over. Hurry up. Don't have all day. Major Oak. Oh, I missed the place while I was on tour.
how many cutscenes, man? Can I just play?
Oh, what's keeping you?
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Like, why wasn't he going through before?
Arcee!
You didn't stand a chance.
Thanks for the company. Do come and see me later. I have many stories to tell.
This game's out in like 2 weeks. Figured I'd try it. If it actually lets me play instead of unskippable cutscenes.
The poet's feather. It
Alright,
tells
let
a
me play.
tale of love and loss and mighty grail. Let your spirit soar
Oh, thank
like
you.
an eagle in flight.
Arcee!
How does it change my controls? Come on! Alright. Can you keep my fucking controls? I hate when tutorials do this. Force you on the wrong controls. What button is that? He doesn't do it.
Casual and efficient.
Yeah, not my style, but well done.
It fucking changed my controls back without my consent. Why? Can you leave the controls the way they were? Stop changing it. What the hell? Come on, man. This is like basic stuff. How hard is it to leave the controls the way they were? Oh, by the way, you need to learn the tutorial with the shitty default controls. Why?
Experience comes from discipline.
I don't understand that. PGR did that for a while too. Like, no, sorry, you weren't on your own controls. You're on the ones we force you to use.
With wooden limbs and painted faces, I tell stories far of places.
Always rubs me the wrong way. Like, it changed the controls back to default and didn't put them back after the tutorial was over. What the hell, man? I mean, people change the controls for a reason, right? Stranger of Paradise didn't do that. Stranger of Paradise also had the attacks on the R1 and R2 buttons, but you could change it and it never went back. It actually respected your decision. I wonder how many times it's going to do that if I kept playing that. I don't know, man. Right. R1 attack is fine for, like, slower games, I think. In PGR, it's, like, barely acceptable, mostly just because that game is not about mashing attack anyway. When there's not really another place that they could put it on the controller in their defense. But, like, fast-paced games, it hurts your hand. It's physically exhausting when you need to press attack so much and it's not on a face button. I don't understand. Are they trying to appease to the Souls crowd with that? Because they're obviously going for, like, character action fans, right? I don't understand, like, the reasoning behind doing that. Other than we want to alienate people that might actually buy the game instead of just playing the demo. The Stranger of Paradise did that as well, but they let you put it back to the Neo Wo Long control scheme. So you could transition to that game pretty quick. Wo Long didn't even bother with the R1 R2 attack, I don't think. I'm pretty sure it didn't. It's mostly because there's no other place for them to put it. They can't put it on the shoulder buttons in that game. There's not enough space. It would impact the rest of the game. Yeah, Team Ninja only tried that once. They pretty much just put like a normal light heavy control scheme later on. Well, pretty much right at launch. Alright, let's see if this runs any better. Street Fighter 6 does that shit too. You play the World Tour mode, it forces you on modern controls. It doesn't even give you the option to change it. It's toxic. I know you're trying to appease the new crowd and get new people into fighting games. That's great, but you should give an option at the beginning. Like, okay, do you want to use the new controls, or have you been playing Street Fighter for a while? That would be a better thing to do instead of force it on you.
Grave, you need to jump down. Grave, there's the exit. Grave. Grave, there's a fine vehicle approaching us right now.
Yeah, it's still dropping frames. I don't really know how to fix it. I think it's just the emulator or the game is optimized poorly. It's not taxing my computer at all, but like, it keeps dropping frames. I don't think there's anything I can do about it. I might bring it up to the emulator developers. I really like this game though, it's fun. I like the previous Gungrave games. Well, the only one I played was Overdose. It still runs better than Overdose, despite how much it's dropping right now. Overdose was a slideshow. Hello? Oh, this guy. Little bastard. It's like... This isn't like a thought-provoking game, alright? Like, what am I missing here? It doesn't have, like, brain-busting puzzles. It's an arcade game that's not in the arcade. It's like, what the hell? Why can't I move forward? This game could definitely use like an enemy counter, like on the HUD, so that doesn't happen. Pretty common occurrence in this game. Some guy just chilling in the corner. Got Akuma with a shotgun over here.
Jump down.
Yeah, this guy's gonna be playable in the DLC. Sword guy. He's gonna be playable.
Yep. Boost master.
Yeah, you're gonna make this guy playable. I'm gonna be very happy. That's my kind of character right there.
Lesson learned, Grave. I underestimated you.
Yeah, join the party.
Foolish pride almost cost me my life. Almost. Time to tip the scale in my favor. with a little cocktail of my own creation.
Yeah, I gotta buy the DLC for this. I kinda just want to wait until it runs better on the emulator. Like, no one's really been testing it. I don't know how well their plan of putting a game like that on the Switch is working. It's like no one talking about it. It's mostly just people rightfully pissed that they're adding, like, or like doubling the content of the game. And everybody that bought the game, including me, originally, is just getting short end of the stick. I think people are in the right to be pissed off about that, but I'm thinking the publisher might have cut them off or something. Is that I know that they're self-publishing the Switch version, so they have like control over. I think that's why they're doing it. But it probably means that it might not ever come to the other platforms. It's highly unlikely, I think. I guess they have the rights to the game because they are self-publishing the Switch version, but seems like they might have had a falling out with their publisher. It's probably what normally happens where publisher takes a game like that that's going for like a very specific, small but dedicated audience that likes PS2 action games and grew up in the arcades, and it's not trying to appeal to normies. It's never was intended to be a mainstream game. It was always intended to be for a specific audience. I mean, even the director or something said that he wanted it to be like a lost PS2 game. I'm like, yeah, that's a good thing. That's the kind of game I like. But it was never going to be like this big thing. Who knows what happened, but yeah, I don't know how well that's gonna go. They really are like doubling the amount of content. I mean, they're adding like 4 or 5 characters already. They're adding like 4 or 5 characters. They've like added new mechanics to the game. I guess I didn't finish the original, but they like tweaked the level design and stuff. Like they did a lot to it. I really do feel it's a scenario where the usual thing that happens where they expect indie games like that to sell 1 trillion copies, and if it doesn't, then they tell the developer they can't update it anymore. Actually, that's the second time that's happened, because there was some game I got off a Humble Choice, and they were like promising like an entire revamp of the game, but then the publisher cut them off and told them it wouldn't make any money. And the guy's been working on it for like a year. He's been working on it for like a year. They tell him, "Oh, we're not going to make any money off this, sorry." Definitely does feel like it's nice to have money from publishers. They help fund the game and everything, but then they have a lot more control over it, and they can decide to just take it away for any reason. Seems to be happening a lot lately. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happened with Gungrave. They keep just saying that they have a small team. I think it's more like they can do whatever the hell they want with the Switch version. I mean, if it's the publisher complaining that it didn't sell enough copies, I'm like, well, what were you expecting? You should have had more realistic expectations. A game like that's going to... It does have appeal, but not mainstream appeal. It was never going to have mainstream appeal. It's not the largest amount of people that want to play games that look and feel like PS2 games that are like more gameplay focused, but they do exist. It's just the publishers are idiots and they expect sales, crazy sales from stuff like that. It's like, you gotta limit the delusion a little bit. It's not, that game can't possibly have cost that much money to make either. That's what's interesting, is how much money could that game have cost? Making a game like that in modern era, you know, a couple people can do it. It used to take like a whole team, but like a small team can make a game like that now. It's like not even an issue. I guess they're just pissed they didn't get their investment back. I don't know. If I funded a game like that, I'd be like, look, I don't expect to be a trillionaire over this, but, you know, I'm interested in the... want to support. No, it's happening a lot these days. Publishers just have more unrealistic expectations than the people that actually make the games. I'm pretty sure nobody at Iggy Mob was expecting to become a millionaire working on that game. It's like purely made for a specific group of people. It doesn't help that the game came out in a really rough spot, too. The game had a lot of problems when it came out. I can't blame people for, like, not... Can't blame people for not sticking around. They had to patch that game up a lot to even make it decent. Gungrave's not even a. It's not even a big license. It's not even a big license. Like, it's not Dragon Ball Fighter's level of instant success. It's not even a big property. When was the last time there was anything involving Gungrave that wasn't just like a figure or something? I can't even remember. Gungrave as a property is weird because there's like more. There's more video games than anything, right? It wasn't like a shonen series. It didn't have like 500 episodes. It was like a short, concise story, you know, anime that you could recommend to somebody that like specifically doesn't want to watch shonen like One Piece or Dragon Ball because it's too long. Like, there's more games than anything. It's a very weird license. At this point, there's probably more people that grew up playing the games and recognize it as a video game franchise instead of being an anime. Not exactly the most active anime out there, anime franchise. I think they only did like one Gungrave, didn't they? It's only like what, like it's less than 30 episodes. I know that much. Like you could totally binge watch it in like a couple days, kind of thing. It wasn't like this huge time investment like shonen. Well, I don't think the video game is gonna bring back the anime. I don't think that's gonna happen. Highly unlikely. I want to look up when was the last time there was anything Gungrave that was not a video game? I like how the first thing you get for Gungrave, you get the anime, but then also it's it's a lot of stuff about the latest game. 26 episodes. Yeah. 26 episodes. Like the polar opposite of watching a shonen show anime. It's like 800 episodes. Yeah, there's more video games than the anime. I didn't know it was actually didn't know the anime was based on the video game. I thought the video game was based on the anime. That's news to me. Oh, I did not know that. I legit did not know the video game came first. I thought it was the anime. Alright, well, I think I'm done for tonight. I should probably rest. I think I'll see you guys later. I'm kind of not feeling very well mentally. I think I should take it easy. I might actually work on some videos. That's more relaxing than streaming. So, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thanks to people for understanding. I've been going through a lot. I'm sorry if I get upset and frustrated, but I've just been through hell lately. I've had a lot of things I just can't control. It's harder to feel better when it's stuff that you can't control. It's not like I don't smoke or drink or anything. That's not the problem. It's just it's other people and things outside of my control, like how bad the channel does, and my neighbors need to, they need to take steps for them to feel better, and they're not taking them. I don't have any control over any of that. It's not to say that I don't have problems either. You saw how self-deprecating I can be. I'm not saying that I'm perfect or anything. I'm saying that, you don't have control over what other people do. You don't have control over how things work sometimes. All you can really control is yourself. And it definitely gets frustrating when, it's people around you or services you use like this site, and it's not your fault that it does bad. It's just the way the site is. I see people with like 10 times more subs than me. They're barely getting any views either. So I try to remind myself of that fact. And I have had stuff that's done well. It's just lately I haven't really been doing a lot of video production. I mean, that's on me. I'm not going to blame anyone for that but me. But I don't know. There just haven't really been any games I've wanted to make guides or overviews for. I've kind of just been playing a lot of random stuff. And your channel's not going to grow doing that. I don't know. It doesn't help that some of the games I'm interested in are going to be like really just sucked dry by big channels. So that kind of demoralizes me a little bit as well. Because I know if I make really kick-ass stuff, like the algorithm's still not going to recommend it to people. So I'm kind of just at a crossroads right now. I don't know, the next couple months there's not really anything coming out. I mean, Tekken 8 I might try if that beat 'em up mode is as cool as it looks. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, I think I might have a chance to get some decent views for that. I don't know how many big channels are going to be playing that. Neo 2, I mean, there were a lot of the Souls channels played that game, but they didn't like it because it has more than 2 moves and it's not all slow and clunky like FromSoft games. So those videos did very well in comparison to what I normally make. But a lot of that definitely stems from DLC practices, a lot of big channels don't come back unless they legitimately like the game. They're more likely to move on to the next big game. So that might happen for me with Wo Long, actually. I'm definitely getting to the point where I can probably make some different builds. I have so much crap in my storehouse. I might start looking into that. It's like, I've already done most of the work already. I've already got a pretty powerful character, and I have, like, probably a matching armor piece for, like, every set in the game, most likely. I might start looking into that, because that's easy on the stress levels. I've already essentially done all the work. Yeah, sorry I haven't been really making a lot of really high-end content. It's been kind of just random stuff for a while. I haven't been feeling well mentally. This site can kind of get you in a cycle of sunken cost fallacy, just because you know you're putting out good stuff, but the site doesn't reward it, and sometimes it just feels like there's nothing you can do about that, and that sucks. I don't know. I think until, like, the middle of next year, it's going to be really strange, because there's going to be so many people playing those games. Was it, like, January and February have, like, what, like a dozen big games coming out? Most of them come out in the same week. I know Yakuza and Tekken are like a week apart or something like that. Well, apparently Sonic Superstars sucks. I don't know how much crossover there is with those games, man. Gungrave is going for one audience, and that's it. It's not really trying to... It's not trying to be mainstream, which is part of the problem with maybe if their publisher didn't like how little it's selling. I mean, it was never going to be a mainstream game. Those games are always reviewed poorly, but they're essentially arcade games. They're beat-em-ups with guns, and you actually have a surprising amount of moves for a character that mostly shoots. There's a lot of moves and stuff that you can do. It's basically an arcade game. It's just a really long arcade game. And that kind of thing's not going to appeal to everybody. That's okay. Apparently Sonic Superstars sucks, which was about what I thought when they revealed that it was made by the people that made fucking Balan Wonderworld. I don't know what they were expecting. I don't know what it is with Sonic, man. It's like... Why... I understand that outsourcing is necessary to keep content coming at the pace that people expect it to come out. You know, like, people expect a brand new game in a series to come out, like, every year. I understand that outsourcing is necessary, but why don't you choose a better studio than the people who made Balan Wonderworld? I mean... I understand the average person doesn't really know a whole lot about the studios that make games. They might not even realize that they're outsourced. I mean, there's probably some people that think that Activision makes all those Call of Duty games. Like, no, they're the publisher. There's like a dozen studios. There's like a dozen studios that make Call of Duty games. I understand that not everybody's super in line with that, but it got out real fast that it was the same people that made Balan Wonderworld, and I feel like that killed a lot of the hype. It feels like there's not even a Sonic cycle this time. Like, people were... There was some initial excitement to have 2D Sonic back, but then it became apparent that they cheaped out and they got a crap studio to make it. It doesn't even feel like the usual Sonic cycle is happening, where there's like a lot of copium, and people expect the next game to be Sonic Mania, Sonic and Knuckles, like, tier of like, perfection. And then that, like, never happens. It doesn't even seem like people have really had a lot of faith in it to begin with. I don't know, man. Every time Sonic gets some kind of momentum, they just botch it. They put out a crap game. It happened with Sonic Forces, like right around the time that Sonic Mania came out. And then Frontiers brought back some momentum to Sonic, despite being a very janky, flawed game. It still had people thinking that Sonic was back, and then what do they do a year later? They get the Balan studio to fucking make an outsourced game. I really feel like a lot of it is part of Japan's, like, their pride. And like, yeah, you need to accept that indie developers can handle Sonic better than you can. It's been made apparent. It's not even just Sonic Mania. It's all the ROM hacks and the fan games and stuff. Like they're better than a decent chunk of the Sonic games that have come out in the past couple years, objectively. I don't know why it's shocking to them. Like, why don't you work with indie studios and help Sonic have more of a consistent output, instead of, like, every 3 games is worth playing and the rest are outsourced trash that aren't even worth playing unless you're just completely desperate for a Sonic game and you play all the other ones. I think what makes it weirder is the fact that Streets 4, Sega basically had nothing to do with it, right? You know, they gave the license to Guard Crush Studios, but other than that, it seems like they were pretty hands-off. I don't think they were expecting it to be as big of a success as it was. And it was already such a dead IP for like over 20 years, so I guess they figured there's no damage that could be done that would hurt it more than not putting out a game for 25 years would do. So I don't understand why the Sonic side of Sega just doesn't want to do that. Sonic Cycle used to just be people have like insane amounts of copium for Sonic games and think the next one's going to be a masterpiece, and it like almost never was. They'll give you Sonic Generations and then they'll give you Sonic 4 right after that. Sonic 4 Episode 1 and Episode 2, like right after Generations. It's like any momentum they have, they always lose. That's like the true Sonic cycle. They can still put out good games, but it's at such inconsistent quality. I mean, at least when you buy a Call of Duty game, at least there's somewhat consistent quality. They're not all created equal, but they put a lot more effort into making it feel like you're getting more of the same. It's the same damn game, but at least it's not like a total, just massive dump in quality. I don't know. It's interesting to me. There's other series, franchises that put out games about as fast as Sonic, but like even though they're not all created equally, they're still like more consistent. I didn't really grow up with Sonic. I mean, I've played most of the Sonic games worth playing. I haven't played any of the shitty ones, so I don't really have a heavy opinion on this, but I just know from watching Sonic games don't have any kind of consistency at all. It's gonna be funny when they get shocked that Superstars is not doing well, especially when it's coming out like right next to Mario Wonder, which is apparently, according to the people that have leaked copies, is like a much better game. I don't know, Sonic used to be like a legit competitor to Mario, but it feels like Mario, even his worst games are better than a lot of the stuff that Sonic puts out. Mario's been in some stinkers too. He's no saint. He's been in some shitty games too, but far less than Sonic, for sure. I don't think anybody can argue that. I feel like even the like worst Mario games, most of them are like inoffensive at best. Like the new Super Mario Brothers games, which like they aren't bad games, they're just very by the numbers. They don't really add anything new to the table, despite having new in the title. It's the same thing again. It's the same thing again, but they're playable games, right? They're not like they're playable games. They might not be the best thing ever, but they're playable. I think that's why people are excited about Wonder, because it's like actually adding new stuff, new concepts and stuff. It's not the same thing recycled.
Let us proceed with caution. Critical.
Warning. Energy levels low. Usefulness low.
I must catch my breath.
Insufficient output. Energy levels low. Insufficient output.
It's the royal capital of Sendros. I would be lying if I said I wasn't.
Well, their Super Mario games aren't bad.
To reach the royal
And if I had a choice of playing that or the worst Sonic games, I would totally choose Mario. New Mario over that. I think most sane people would. Sonic just has high highs and low lows. It doesn't have barely anything in between. I feel like the worst Mario games is still like more consistent quality. New Super Mario Brothers games are functional. They might be very samey and they feel very uninspired, but they're still playable. There's been some really bad Sonic games. Real big stinkers.
Energy levels low. Target neutralized. Insufficient output. Warning. Energy levels low. Destroyed. Still to learn.
The Osirian High Road is just beyond here.
Could say the same for Muso games as well. Muso games are like
Well.
inconsistent
Leave it
too.
to the daughter of Maester DeForge to have actually found a
They
cure
put out like
for
amazing games like Dynasty Warriors 8
It
and
wasn't
Warriors
just
Orochi
me.
3, and then the same company will
Help
make
from the others.
shit like Samurai Warriors
To be
5,
honest, we're gonna
which is
need
like just
everyone's
completely
help
fails at what it's
if we
trying to
ever
do.
wanna get rid of the
It's from the same
disease for
people.
good.
Oh, forgive me.
I don't even think Muso is as inconsistent as
Oh, no, don't worry about it. I'm just
is
so
as
happy we
inconsistent
found a cure.
as Sonic.
But on
Muso
the
is
other
pretty
hand,
bad with
we're
consistency as
also
well.
on the brink of war.
I think part of the problem with Muso is just that they don't have any competition anymore.
I know
felt like
world peace isn't just gonna happen because we discovered a treatment for health.
they were putting out better games when they had
I suppose I must take it upon
you know,
myself
Basara.
to restore
Basara was like legit competition. But there's no more Basara games anymore. They've grown too complacent. It's just funny because people are calling them out on it. Samurai Warriors 5 had an abysmal reception. Because they marketed it as a remake, reboot, but then it's worse than the previous games. How is it a reboot if it has less content than the previous game? It's worse in almost every way. Yeah, let's have like 50 characters and only 15 movesets. So over half of them are useless. They might as well not be there. I feel like Sega will just do anything to have a Sonic game out every year. Quality be damned. That's the problem. They've adopted the Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed business strategy, but they don't get the right people to do it. I mean, every Call of Duty game is outsourced. They started only having like 1 or 2 studios doing it, but now it's like a dozen. But they have more of a quality standard that gets kept, even though they're all pretty much the same game. It's still like... That's part of the reason why Call of Duty is popular, is because it's the same fucking game over and over. But, you know you can expect a certain level of quality when you buy it. I feel like Sega's trying to do the same thing with Sonic, but they don't choose the right studios to outsource to. I feel like the worst Call of Duty games are probably still better than the worst Sonic games. Just like Mario. Mario's been in, like, 200 games at this point.
Threat detected ahead.
We appear to have lost them.
Insufficient output. Destroyed.
I don't know, Hiatus isn't gonna do anything. That's the thing. It's not gonna do anything.
Position tactics ineffective.
A hiatus would imply that there's gonna be a better quality. That's precisely the issue. We have no quality standard for Sonic whatsoever. As long as there's a game out every year, that's all that matters.
Continues to increase. Insufficient output.
I must.
Threat neutralized.
If they had a quality standard, the moment that Arzest asked them to make a Sonic game, some suit would have fucking...
Initiate emergency protocol.
He would have punched the desk and walked out. Totally imagine that. It's like some CEO just like
Energy levels low.
getting mad. The thought of them even making another Sonic game.
Insufficient output. Threat neutralized. Warning. Energy levels low.
I think that would be a normal reaction to have.
Acceleration insufficient output. Usefulness
Studio that's
low.
made shitty games for Yoshi and Pikmin, choosing them to make the next Sonic game. Really makes you wonder about business people supposedly being smart when they make decisions like that. Somebody who's never taken a single business major class could tell you that's a fucking stupid idea.
Threat detected ahead.
If we continue traveling,
It's like getting a visual novel studio to make the next Call of Duty. I'm sure they try their hardest, but they're not the right fit.
Usefulness low.
Can't expect success when you give the task to the wrong people.
Energy levels low. On your signal.
Oh, this is Star Ocean 6.
Destroyed. Threat neutralized. Warning. Energy levels destroyed. Threat eliminated.
I remember this exact same discourse when it was announced that Retro Studios was doing Metroid Prime. Now, obviously the game turned out great, and it basically saved the Metroid franchise. But there was a lot of discourse on the internet at the time, like, why are these randos from Texas making Metroid? It makes no sense. It makes no logical sense at all. It makes absolutely no sense. I think the difference is that Nintendo obviously clearly saw something in that studio. And it's pretty much the same thing. A lot of people were very angry about that, especially because it had been like almost a decade since the last Metroid game. There weren't even any spin-offs at the time. The only thing Metroid that happened before Prime and Fusion was Samus being in Smash. That was it. That was the only acknowledgement there was. And they're like, oh, well, these people you've never heard of from Texas are making the next Metroid game. Even though there hasn't been one in, like, 8 years. That's an example of it working out, though. That's pretty interesting. I was not happy about that either. I grew up with Metroid. Metroid Prime outsourcing was just built differently, I guess. They actually knew what they were doing. Nowadays, you don't really see that happen much anymore. We're just gonna give this beloved franchise to randos. It's mostly Sonic that's doing it the most. The problem is they're not getting the right people to do it. So it's the opposite of Metroid Prime. Yeah, I don't know if a lot of people remember that, but yeah, Retro Studios was not a household name when that game was announced. It's like, hey, these people from Texas, never heard of. Yeah, they're making the next Metroid. I don't even know how that came to be. I don't know that much about it, but... I don't know. How much does that really mean? How much does that really mean? Iguana Entertainment is not exactly high prestige studio. I'd argue the opposite. I don't even remember what they've made. Still, it was a questionable decision. Yeah, they don't exactly have the most prolific catalog here. Batman Forever. Yeah, it's not exactly a good portfolio there. Batman Forever. I guess maybe Turok. Even that's kind of pushing it. They really don't have a lot of good games in here. I don't know, Nintendo just seems to, they seem to take the outsourcing process a lot more seriously. They don't want their brand to be ruined, even though most of the first-party Nintendo games are all, like, really good, or they're, like, above average at worst. They've started to do a lot more outsourcing because of how much longer it takes to make video games now, but for the most part, they outsource to the right people. They still get a decent schedule of games out, even if they're not making as many as they used to. I feel like Sega could learn a lot from them. like it's okay. There's nothing inherently wrong with outsourcing. It's just you can't get crap studios and expect them to, you know, get blood from stone. That's the problem. And I feel like they've done that so much with Sonic already. It's constant. It's like they don't outsource Yakuza games. They're all done by the same studio, and that's why most games can definitely be very samey as well. I mean, hell, they recycle so many assets in Yakuza games just because they put them out so much, but there's still like a consistent quality. There's definitely been some Yakuza games that aren't great, but I mean, they're still playable. They managed to uphold a pretty good quality standard. It feels like with Sonic, they just don't care. So, I mean, it's not like Nintendo doesn't outsource. mean, pretty much every company outsources, but not like giving the entire development like duties over to randos. Sometimes it works. There's definitely been instances where it works. Mega Man X Dive Offline, I thought that the mobile game sucked, but the offline game was really fun. I played it for 30 hours. It was enjoyable. Once they took out all the microtransactions, it was fun. I had fun playing it. That game is essentially outsourced. Capcom Taiwan barely does anything. That's like the only thing that they've done. It's the only thing Mega Man X that had been done in like 15 years when it came out. So there were some pretty high expectations. But the fact that they made an offline version of it, they actually preserved the game. I think they're on my good list. I'm interested to see what they do next. I hope they don't do another service game. I don't really know a whole lot about what went wrong with Mega Man X Dive. I think it was just like the microtransactions were like really predatory. I mean, that's about to be expected, but it seems like it was really bad with that game or something. I think Tails could do with being outsourced, honestly. I think Bamco should just outsource Tails at this point. Actually, that's the funny thing about Tails, is like two of the best Tails games gameplay-wise are the Vita games. Those were outsourced to Seventh Chord. So they have done outsourcing with Tails games before, but after those games they stopped doing it, and then the games got worse when they stopped doing it. I don't know if a lot of people realize that, but the Tails team has... The people in charge of Tails have experimented with outsourcing in the past. I think they had far better results than a lot of other big franchises when they outsource. But those games were legit. The battle system in those games was like some of the best. But then they stopped doing it. Maybe they pulled a Sonic team. They're like, we don't want these randos making better Tails games than we do. They put a stop to that shit fast. And then they come out with Tales of Zestiria after that, which is a garbage game. I'm like, yeah, you should have kept that studio alive and just given them Tales, at least, like, the handheld Tales games. They should have given it to them. It would have cost less money than big games. They just had to put it on, like, the Switch or something. I think that company could have stayed afloat, but Bamco let them die. They were commissioning a lot of games from Seventh Chord, actually. A bunch of the Kamen Rider games in that era were made by Seventh Chord as well. It's pretty much like Alpha Dream, how the Mario and Luigi studio, how Nintendo just let them die, and they were like a good example of good outsourcing. People that like aren't damaging the brand, they're giving you more content for your most popular franchises. They're not damaging the brand because the quality was very consistent. And some of the Mario and Luigi games are worse than others, but they weren't complete stinkers. They were like more than playable. I definitely do think the first one was like the best one. I played the first two. But yeah, they just let that studio die, which is like really weird because it's like you have a good relationship with a company that's making more Mario games for you than you can put out, you know, because of rising development costs and dev cycles. And you just let them die. And then Bamco did the same thing with Seventh Chord. I mean, those Tales games weren't really pushing the envelope. They just had very refined gameplay, but I feel like part of the problem was that they put them on the Vita, so they didn't reach a very large audience. They should have at least like put those on PC or 3DS or something, maybe stripped down a little bit. I think people would have liked those games. They were very good games. I was really sad when they shut down. And now they're making all the Tales games by themselves, and they've just gotten worse. He should have kept outsourcing. You had people that were actually doing a good job, and you just torched them. Just let them die. Why don't you like give them a cash infusion to keep making games? Especially because Tales' output got like way worse. Got like way worse after they shut down. There was like, what, like 5 years between Tales games? Berseria 2 Arise was like 5 years. So it was like half a decade with barely anything. They used to put out Tales games every year. Alpha System made a couple of the games as well. I think they did Tales of Innocence and Hearts. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'll catch you guys later. I'll try to be on for some Wolong and some Gungrave later.